All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome. We're going to get started in a couple minutes, but before we do, just a couple things I wanted to make note of. For our practice this evening, if you happen to have a block, why don't you grab it, and we'll end up using it at the very end of class. If you don't have a block, another idea would be to grab a couple maybe small pillows that you might have from your couch or your bed. Just something we'll end up putting our feet up the wall at the end of the night. And it's kind of nice to have something under your sacrum. So I'll give you a minute or so if you want to go grab something just to make it handy for the end of class. Like I said, if you don't have something available, no worries. We'll feet up the wall without anything underneath you is just as good. So let me give you a minute or so to do that, and then we'll get started. So. All right. I think we've got pretty much everybody here. Thanks again so much for joining, giving some time for you this evening and this week. So important, especially these days with all the craziness that's going on. It's really nice. Hopefully this will provide a little respite, a little calm from your week and whatever's going on in your lives. So let's go ahead and get started on your back. As I promised in my post today, I know that's a favorite starting pose. So go ahead and lay on your back. I'm going to talk you through it first, and then I'll actually do the practice with you. So find a comfortable spot. If you would like, you're welcome to lay in a Shavasana with your legs long and your arms alongside you. If you'd prefer, you can bend your knees and knock your knees together and lay that way. Truly just find something that's comfortable for you and how your day has been. And as you do that, start to settle into your space, onto the floor or the mat, whatever is beneath you. And just start to settle in. Notice how you're feeling this evening, energetically, emotionally, spiritually. Notice how your body feels. We often carry those emotions throughout the day, and they manifest themselves in our body in different ways. So maybe take notice of that. Notice your breath. Whether it's long and calm, or a little anxious and short, or really anywhere in between. And as you pause and check in with yourself, I thought I would share a quote with you. I don't know about you, but at least in what I'm seeing in my day, what I'm hearing from other people, and what I see outside my window, the world seems so bipolar still, schizophrenic even. We have businesses that are booming and others that are laying off thousands. We have businesses that are getting really creative and finding amazing ways to meet the needs of folks, and others who are really struggling. As ourselves personally, with this isolation that we're living through and trying to live with, there are some that are really starting to get depressed through it, and others that are finding ways to start new projects or start a new hobby. And so reminds me of this quote that says, when it rains, look for rainbows. And when it's dark, look for stars. And so I know you can't see very well, but I have my Stargazer shirt on from Brew Point here in Elmhurst. I thought that was appropriate for the quote. But I wanted to really find deeper meaning in the quote for you, and just really recognizing that for some of us, it's really dark right now. And for some, it's barely dusk. My wish, of course, is that if you do hit any darkness, it doesn't last long at all. And for what darkness you do hit, you come out of it shining brighter than any star in the sky. So let's take a breath in through our nose and exhale it out your mouth. And again, breathe in, fill up the belly, and exhale out your mouth. Let the belly drop. Again, breathe into the belly, let it fill, and exhale it out, let it drop. Maybe place your hand on your stomach just to make that physical connection as you feel the body expand and contract. And then start to expand the breath. Again, breathing into the belly and then up into the ribs. Allow the ribs to expand now. And as you exhale, let the ribs deflate, and then the belly. And again, breathe into the belly and up into the ribs. And then exhale out the ribs, and then the belly. And continue with that practice for a couple more breaths, noticing how the body continues to expand. And then we'll take it one final step of, again, breathing into the belly and up into the ribs, and expand it all the way up into the chest. Feel the chest rise. And then as you exhale, let it come out the chest first and down through the ribs and out the belly. And notice how the body, follow the breath, feel the body expand as the breath fills it. And as you exhale, follow it as it leaves all the way down to the belly as it empties that as well. And take one more round there, allowing for that nice deep breath. And then exhale it out. Good. All right. And so if your knees aren't bent already, go ahead and bend them. Place your feet on the floor. And let's stick our left foot up in the air. We'll interlace our hands behind the left thigh. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, squeeze that left knee in towards your chest. Good. And then inhale, straighten the leg out a little bit. Let the knee come away from the chest. And then exhale, squeeze it in. Good. Take it back and forth a couple times at your own pace, inhaling as you straighten the leg and exhaling as you squeeze the knee into the chest. Going back and forth to allow for some hamstring stretch, a little hip mobility, back and forth. Good, really nice. One more time through. And then at the end of your exhale, drop that ankle across the right knee. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh now and bring the right knee in towards your chest. Good. Make sure that the left foot is flexed to protect the knee joint. Just draw that knee in, feel the nice stretch in the outer hip and the hamstring maybe, the IT band, whatever might be tight today. Good. Nice. And then release that right thigh. Keep your legs the way they are. Tee out the arms. Take the breath in. And then on the exhale, twist the lower body to the right. Drop the right knee down. place the left foot on the floor and point the left knee up towards the sky. Those beautiful stars in the sky. And then take advantage of the twist. Go ahead and look over your left shoulder. And allow the body just to soften into the twist. If you're looking for a little activity, you can push your left foot into the floor. Engage that left leg. And just take a couple breaths here. Nice. And inhale back to center. Good, and let's switch outside. So we'll take the left foot onto the floor, stick the right leg up. Good, interlace your hands behind the right side. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, squeeze that right knee into your chest. Good, and then once again, on the inhale, take the knee away from the chest, straighten the leg a little. And exhale, squeeze it in. Go ahead and continue to go back and forth. Once again, providing a little mobility in that leg, that hip, the stretch of the hamstring. Good. Really nice. Good. All right. And then at the end of that exhale, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Now interlace your hands behind the left thigh and bring that left knee in towards your chest. Once again, make sure the right foot is flexed. Pull the toes back. Enjoy that stretch, that hip opening. Yeah, really nice. Good. All right, release the left thigh. Keep the legs the way they are, tee out the arms. And then on the exhale, twist the lower body to the left. Plant the right foot down on the floor, left knee on the floor, and point your right knee up towards the ceiling. Good. Take advantage of the twist, look over your right shoulder. Really nice. And once again, breathe into the twist. If you're looking for a little muscle engagement, you can press that right foot into the floor to activate the hip and the outer leg a little bit, even the inner thigh. And just allow the right shoulder to relax. Good, really nice. All right, inhale back to center. Right, and then let's take a morning stretch. So reach the arms way overhead and the legs nice and long. Use the strength of your arms and legs to find space in the vertebrae. So take a big breath in. And on the exhale, squeeze your knees into your chest. Good. And then inhale, reach it back out again. Morning stretch. Maybe this time hover the ankles over the floor. And exhale, squeeze it in. So let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale, squeeze it in. Good. Inhale, reach it out once more. And exhale, squeeze it in. Good. Go ahead and take your hands behind the thighs. Rock and roll the length of your spine a few times. Go ahead and come up to a seat. Right? We'll take Shavasana, boat pose now. So have a nice tall seat, right? Lift the spine or the top of your head up. And then start to lean back until you feel those abs engaging. And you can lift your arms, maybe lift your feet. You don't have to do both. You can do one or the other. Either way is just fine. But remember, lift the chest up, right? As if there's a string being pulled by the stars. It's so nice. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. If you're shaking, that's okay. You're building that strength, that core strength. All right, last breath in. And on the exhale, cross your legs, lean way forward, and stand up. Yes, right? It's my favorite, you know that. So we'll not only beat the coronavirus, we'll live to be 100. Exhale back down. And then come back to your Navasana. Good. We'll stay here for 2 breaths this time. Make sure the chest is still lifted. Good, really nice. And then on the exhale, cross the legs the other way, lean way forward once again, and stand up. Way to go. All right. Exhale it back down, lean forward as you do, and then come back to your Navasana. Really good. All right. Take 2 more breaths in and out. Good. And then on the exhale, slowly lay down on your back. Way to go. All right. Now let's roll onto our stomachs. Good. And we'll start with Sphinx pose. Right, so remember the elbows are directly below the shoulders. Feet can be about shoulder width distance apart. And then press the forearms into the floor. Lift the chest up. And remember, then we want to create some space between the hips and the lower ribs. So pull the heart forward. You're pressing down into the floor, reaching the heart forward. And really find that space, little opening in the front of the stomach and the abs. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale, lower down. Take your elbows out, 1 hand on top of the other. Rest your forehead on your hands. Take a couple breaths. Good. All right. Now let's take a form of locust pose. We'll take your hands to your sides with the palms facing down, right? Or sorry, with the palms facing up, the tops of your hands down. Good. Now press the tops of your hands into the floor. Good. And as you do, start to lift up your chest. Good. Then lift the legs. Good. Really nice. Press the floor down with the tops of your hands. Lift the chest. Pull the shoulder blades back. Lift the legs a little bit higher. You can do it. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale, slowly lower down. Rest 1 cheek on your mat. Take a couple breaths here. Good. All right, let's do 1 more. So bring your arms overhead and take that Kali Mudra grip. Right, remember, Kali Mudra is where we interlace our fingers except for the pointer finger and the thumb. Some people call it a steeple grip. So stay looking down at the mat and bring your arms by your ears. Take the exhale out first, and then inhale Locust Pose with that Kali Mudra grip. So once again, you're lifting the chest, lift the legs, reach the fingertips forward, and reach the heels back, lift up just a touch more. Take 1 more breath in. And on the exhale, slowly lower down. Good, rest the other cheek on your mat. Let your arms go wherever is comfortable. Good. All right, let's continue on. Go ahead and take your hands underneath your shoulders. Just simply push yourself up into tabletop. Good. All right, and then from here, let's bring the left foot forward. Okay, good. So make sure that the ankle is in front of the knee. Take a bit of an Anjaneyasana. Good. Let the hips get low, heavy, and bring the arms up. Good, really nice. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, sink the hips a little lower. Good. All right, 1 more breath in. And on the exhale, just simply lower the hands down. Walk them over to the right and face the side of your mat. We'll move into Gates pose. So now, if I'm mirroring you, the right foot is out to the side. Right, we're up on our knee. Inhale the left arm up and over. That nice length from the knee all the way out to the fingertips. Yeah, really nice. Good. And then on the exhale, slowly lower down. Just barely touch the floor with your hands. And then inhale back up again. Reach up and over. Good. And exhale it down. Inhale back up. And exhale it down. Maybe you reach your hand out a little bit farther. Inhale back up last time. Good. And exhale the hand down. Plant it into the floor. Reach the right arm up and over. Once again, find that length. Pressing the left foot into the floor, rather the right foot into the floor. Reaching the right fingertips away. So take one more breath in. And on the exhale, roll through tabletop. And now you'll take the left foot out. Come up onto your knee. Good. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over. You can pull the pelvis forward a little bit. There you go. Rotate the torso. The heart shines up to the stars. Take one more breath in. And exhale, slowly lower that arm down. Barely touch the floor. And inhale back up again. Good, really nice. And exhale it down. Just barely touch. And inhale back up. Good, exhale it down. Good, and then inhale back up again. Last time, exhale the hand down, plant it into the floor. Reach the left arm up and over. Good, really nice. So press the left foot into the floor. Feel that awesome length. Beautiful. Take one more breath in. And on the exhale, leave that foot out. We'll walk the hands over and work your way into Anjaneyasana once again. So the hips get heavy once more. Really nice. Reaching up, but still rest the shoulders away from your ears. Really great, everybody. Take one more breath in. And on the exhale, just bring your hands down to the floor. Come back to tabletop. Let's take one cow, arch the back, lift the head and tail. And exhale into cat pose, round your back. Press the floor away. Good, and then inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Good. Come back to your neutral table. Take your knees wide, big toes to touch, and exhale into child's pose. Let the hips sink into your heels. Reach the fingertips far, far forward. Allow the forehead to melt onto the mat. Good. All right. Then on the inhale, let's come back to tabletop. And on the exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Our first one is class. I'm pausing here. Feel free to reach the hips back, bend the knees. Good. All right. On the inhale, come back to plank. So shift the body weight forward. A nice strong plank here. Good. And exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. So let's take that through breath to movement. So inhale up to table. And exhale, down dog. Lift the hips up and back. And inhale back to plank. Nice and strong. And exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Good, again, inhale up to table. And exhale, down dog. Good, inhale back to plank. And exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Good, let's take it halfway through. Inhale up to table. And exhale, down dog, stay there. Good, take the breath in. And the breath out. Good. Go ahead and bend your knees. And at the end of the exhale, come to the top of your space. Take a couple of steps or hops to get there. Good. We'll inhale to a halfway lift out of Uttanasana. Right, straighten the back, pull the shoulder blades up, reach the tailbone back and the head forward. Good, so nice. Yeah, take a breath in and exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Good. Reach the arms up, weights in the heels. Super. Good. Take a breath in and exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale to a halfway lift. And on the exhale, step the left foot back for a lunge. Good. All right. Inhale up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Good. So settle into your warrior. Take some time here. Right? Notice your foundation, your knee, that it's stacked over the ankle. Right? Try not to lean forward, but rather stack the shoulders over the hips. Good, really nice. All right, on the inhale, straighten the front knee. And exhale, bend it again. Good, inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Good, inhale as you straighten. And exhale as you bend. Nice. Inhale, straighten, we'll stay there. Good. And then on the exhale, let's take Trikonasana Triangle pose. Reach forward and tick-tock the arms to 12 and 6 o'clock. As always, it doesn't matter how far down you go. They think of stacking the shoulder. Right? Lift the left shoulder up over the top of the right. Good, really nice. So strong. Awesome. All right, let's inhale up to star pose. Take up lots of space. Right, point the toes forward. Take a breath in and exhale, wide-legged forward fold for Padottanasana. Allow the head to hang. Take a couple breaths here. Good. All right, let's take a halfway lift. So place your palms beneath your face and flatten your back, if possible. And then leave the left fingertips down on the floor. Inhale, twist, reach the right arm up. Good, again, think of reaching the right fingertips way up to the sky. Stack the shoulders. Good, big breath in and big breath out. Good, and drop that right hand down and switch sides. Inhale the left arm up. Good, once again, really digging into that twist. Right. Stack that left shoulder on top of the right. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good, then go ahead and drop the hand down. Beautiful. And then we'll rise back up, arms overhead. Good, and exhale to horse pose. Awesome. Now feel free to kind of rock your way through it. Beautiful. All right, let's take a few breaths here. We'll inhale the arms up and exhale, sink a little lower. Good, inhale the arms up and exhale, sink a little lower. Good, last time up and exhale, sink low. Good, pause here. Awesome. Inhale back to star pose and exhale, fold forward. And then walk your hands over to your left foot and take a lunge. So now we're facing the other side of our mat. And let's work our way back. So inhale, warrior two, once again. And feel free to pause here. Allow the foundation to be set. Notice the strength of the legs and the hips. Reach the arms out, but squeeze the shoulder blades together and down your back. Good. Inhale, straighten the knee. And exhale, bend it. Good. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale as you bend. Good. One more time. Inhale as you straighten. And exhale as you bend. Good. Inhale, straighten that knee. Pause here. And then take Trikonasana Triangle pose. Reach forward once again. Tick tock the arm. Good. Reach the right arm up towards the stars as if you're grabbing one out of the sky. Engage the side oblique. Really nice. Awesome, everybody. All right, inhale back up to star pose. This time, let's interlace our hands behind our back. Once again, make sure your toes are pointing forward. On the inhale, puff up the chest, and exhale, fold forward. Once again, Prasarabhatanasana. Maybe you can squeeze the palms together. Take a couple breaths here. Certainly if it bothers your shoulders or hurts them, and then in any way, release the bind, please. Good. Sort of flatten our back a little bit. You can go ahead and rest your hands on your sacrum. And then on the exhale, bend the right knee, take a transverse lunge. So stay looking at the floor. Good. Inhale, straighten that, and exhale, lunge to the left. Good. Let's go back and forth. Inhale to center, and exhale to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. Good. One more time, each side, straighten, and exhale to the right. And inhale, straighten, and exhale to the left. Good. Inhale, straighten. This time, lunge to the right. Now you're back to the front of your mat. Good. Really nice. All right, let's go ahead and bring the left foot up to meet the right. And take that exhale, forward fold. Good. All right. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, the arms down. Good. All right, if you want to grab a sip of water, feel free. I think we're right about at that halfway point. We are indeed. So feel free to grab something if you would like, or make any adjustments that you need to. I've been doing some early morning classes on Monday and Wednesdays, and we've been sharing deals that are and packages and fun things that are going on in town, since most everybody is local here. And so I know we talked about Pino's Palette having special paint packages to go. One of the neighbors today shared that Livia has great dinner packages. I know Pazzi has something going where if you spend a certain amount, you get a gift card as well. So lots of great things going on. Certainly want to support the local businesses, support the community as much as we can, while we can, of course. So go ahead and take that sip of water. I'm going to grab one myself, and then we'll keep going. All right. All right. So let's continue on, shall we? Okay. So come back to the front of your mat. Let's just come back together with some breathing. So inhale the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. And inhale to your halfway lift, flatten the back, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, and exhale the arms down. Good. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. And inhale to a halfway lift. And on the exhale, take the left foot back for a lunge. Right. Leave the left palm down on the mat. Inhale, easy twist, reach the right arm up. And as you do, reach the right arm up and Let the right hip sink down. Good. One more breath in. And on the exhale, drop that right hand down to the inside of your foot and rotate the body to take Skandasana. Good. Crouching down. Right, flex the left foot. Good, really nice. We'll go ahead and work our way back into a lunge. Good. Inhale, easy twist once more. And exhale the hand down. Good. Inhale, bring the left foot up to meet the right. And exhale, take the right foot back for a lunge. Good. Once again, inhale, easy twist. Reach the left arm up. Sink the left hip down. And reach the right heel back. Awesome. Last breath in. And on the exhale, bring the left hand down. Rotate the body to the left. Take that Skandasana. Crouch down. Flex the right heel. Good. Work your way back into your lunge. Inhale, easy twist. And exhale the hand down. Good. Now bring the right foot up to meet the left. And let's take Malasana. So Malasana, that's our deep squat. Right? You want your heels on the floor. If they're not able to get on the floor, if you've got a block, you can have a seat on the block. And if that's not there for you, just stay in your squat. You can keep your hands down, whatever works better for you. Right? We all have some limitations sometimes, depending upon where we're at and our resources available, right? But we work our way through it. Just like this crazy COVID. We have to work our way through it. All right. Take your hands down to the floor. On the inhale, lift the hips up, take a forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale the arms down. Good. All right, let's do a couple balancing poses, and then we'll start to wind things down. Let's start with Vrksasana or tree pose. So once again, I'll mirror you. We'll root down through the left foot and take the right foot to the inside of the leg, pretty much wherever, right? Just don't rest it on the knee because that forces the knee sideways. So just find your spot. Doesn't matter where. We'll start with hands at heart center. Root down through that standing leg. Find a spot in front of you that's not moving. And then inhale, lift the arms or take them wherever you'd like. Continue with your breathing practice. Maybe you even start to look up at the stars. Nice. Good, really good. Last breath in. And exhale your hands back to heart center. Release the left foot down. Good. All right, let's take the other side. Or the right foot down, sorry. Root down through the right leg. Take the left foot to wherever you did on the first side. Good. Yep. Once again, start with hands at heart center. Root down through that standing leg. Inhale. Take the arms wherever you'd like. And once again, maybe you look up at the stars. And you continue to breathe, feeling rooted through your leg and growing through the top of your head. One last breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to heart center and release the left leg down. Okay. All right, let's take Garudasana. We'll inhale the arms up. Once again, I'll mirror you. And exhale, Garudasana on the right. Once again, we'll take the right arm underneath and the right leg up and over, Twizzler them together. And start to sink the hips down. Sit down nice and low. Good, find that point in front of you. Focus in on it. Maybe even work the elbows up to the height of your shoulders. So that really great stretch in the upper back. Good, really nice. All right, inhale, unwind. And exhale, release it down. Good, other side. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, Garudasana on the left. We'll take the left arm underneath. And therefore the left leg up and over. And once again, twizzle the legs. Sit down, but keep the chest lifted. Lift the elbows up to the height of the shoulders if possible. And really find that focus, that breath. So great. Inhale, unwind. And exhale the arms down. Good. All right, let's take it back down to the ground. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale, come down to your knees for tabletop. Good. All right, and what I'd like to do is tuck your toes underneath you. Let me see me. There we go. Tuck your toes underneath and sit on your heels. That broken toe pose, right? It's stretching the bottom of the feet. And interlace your hands behind your back and puff up the chest. Lift the heart up towards the sky, up towards the stars. Let your head drop back. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. So if it gets a little intense on your feet, remember you can lift the hips up and then sink back down again, just to give them a little break. Right? But really try to lift the sternum up towards the sky and allow the shoulders to really drop around it. Good. Hang in there. Hang in there. We're here for one more breath in. And exhale out. Release it. Good. Come back to tabletop. Feel free to just tap the feet. Wake them back up again. Good. And then go ahead and have a seat on your heels. And let's inhale the arms up. And exhale, reach to the right. Drop the left hand. Sorry, reach to the right. Good, and inhale back up to center. And exhale, reach to the left. Good, inhale back to center. On the exhale, let's twist to the right. Take your left hand to the top of or beyond the knee or thigh, just to allow a little leverage for that twist. Good, and then inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Good. Feeling rooted down, but still rising through the top of your head. Good, let's twist one more time each side. Inhale up. And exhale, twist to the right. Good, and inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Good, really nice. Inhale back to center. And exhale, the arms down. Let's do a little bit for our neck this evening. So let's look down at the floor and look up at the stars. And tilt your head to the right, taking ear to shoulder, and tilt it to the left. Good, and then look to the right, and look to the left. Good, once again, looking down, and looking up, and tilting to the right, and tilting to the left, and looking to the right, and looking to the left. Come back to center. Let's have a seat on our mat. Take your legs in front of you. Right, sit up nice and tall. Even if you need to bend your knees Feel free to do so. Inhale the arms up and exhale Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Remember to reach the heart forward. Good. Just a couple more breaths here. And then inhale the arms back up again. And on the exhale, slowly lower down to your back. Good. All right, let's take dynamic bridge. Remember, dynamic bridge is that count of 4, right? We'll start with our feet on the floor. And on that first 4 count, we'll lift the hips up and bring our hands up overhead until they touch the ground. Good, and then on the exhale, we'll return the hands to our sides and our hips to the floor. Good, all right, let's do that 3 times together. So inhale up, 2, 3, 4, and exhale down, 2, 3, 4, and again, inhale up, 2, breathing as you go, and exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Last time, inhale up, highest yet, push to the heels, lift the hips up, and exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Good, let's just do a regular bridge, so leave your hands by your side. On the inhale, lift the hips up. Maybe snuggle your shoulders underneath you, interlace your hands behind you. Really reach the hips, so much so that you feel the glutes engage. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly release the hips down, 1 vertebra at a time until the tailbone hits flat. Good, and let's pause here and just simply take a couple breaths. Good. All right. So at this point, if you've got a block handy, let's go ahead and use that. Or your pillows, you can take them and stack them. Let's start with supported bridge. So push into your heels and lift up the sacrum and just rest it on the block or your pillows. Just to lift them up a little bit. Just rest here. Enjoy this intermediate pose. Good. And then let's take our feet up. Now, once again, you can, if you've got your block underneath you, it should be pretty easy to keep your feet lifted. And if you've got the pillow, it might be a little bit more of a challenge. As an alternative, use the wall and just take your feet up the wall. And just let them rest there. That's another option for you. And just allow yourself to settle into your breath a little bit. Allow the heart to slow down, the breath to slow down. Good. And then I'll leave it up to you. If you'd like to just stay where you're at with your feet up or your feet on the wall, you're welcome to do that, of course. Your practice, it's all about you. So take what feels good. The alternative would be to move to final Shavasana. So find what's most comfortable for you. Allow the body to simply relax. And return back to your space and your breath and how you're feeling And just start to become a little bit more at ease. Relax the legs, the hips. Notice the belly as it rises and falls with each breath in and with each breath out. Relax your chest. Relax your back. Allow the shoulders to fall heavy into the floor. And your arms simply to go long and limp. Relax your throat. Unclench your jaw. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften your face. Those muscles around the eyes, your forehead. Allow them to just melt. And let your head be heavy into the floor. And just enjoy the peace of your practice. Allow yourself to focus on your breath. While thoughts will certainly creep into your mind, just let them be temporary. Allow them to arrive. Take notice of them. And then let them move away. Create that social distance between you and your thoughts. So at this time, we'll start to bring awareness back into our breath, lengthening the inhale, lengthening the exhale, bringing that awareness back into our bodies, allowing those small movements in our toes, our fingers, our ankles, and our wrists. Gradually bringing that movement into the larger muscles, closer to your heart. If you would like, feel free to take a morning stretch. And if you choose, feel free to roll onto one side, using your arm as a pillow for fetal pose. Take that nice, nourishing breath in through the nose and a calming breath out. And slowly make your way up towards the feet. And we do have a few minutes left, so I thought especially these days it would be important to do a little bit of breath work, a little calming breath work. So find a comfortable seat. Choose whatever that might be, whether it's cross-legged or on your knees. And just allow your hands to rest on your lap. Find a tall spine. And feel free to close your eyes. And all I want you to do is to follow your breath. Follow the breath in through the nostrils. And follow the breath back out again. And we're simply going to do that for a minute. You have nothing else to do, nothing else to think about. Simply think about your breath. And feel it as it passes through on the inhale. Feel it as it passes through on the exhale. And as you continue to breathe, notice the peace that you've created in your practice. And then start to bring your awareness back to your feet, feeling the floor beneath you. feeling your feet. Noticing the sounds around you. Let's bring our hands to heart center, or Anjali Mudra. And once again, notice how you feel. Notice how your body feels. Notice your breath. And notice any differences from the beginning of class. It's been a great honor to be with you this evening. A pleasure to guide you through your practice. Thank you so much for that opportunity. All that is light, love, and the stars that shine in me. These honors and respects all that is light, love, and the stars that shine in you. We'll bring our hands to our third eye center, that seat of intuition. Take one more deep breath in. We'll exhale, bowing. Namaste.